Oh,
Not bad.
Is the lighting bad?
Oh, no, the lighting's fine.
Okay.
I sometimes don't have any lighting because I don't sit here the whole time. So
Oh.
if I walk around my house, you'll see me fade away into darkness sometimes.
Oh, okay.
I don't care about lighting. As
I
long
didn't
as
sure that it was like good on your end.
we're good. I see a swing set back there. Is that for you?
Oh, this one. So I'm at my sister's house. So that
all right.
is for my niece.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's one.
Oh, I'd sit in it.
Yeah.
You never grow out of swings.
No. How are you?
I am good. And actually, this is all this is. We come on, we just shoot the shit until the conversation ends. But yeah, you needing to go at 11 will be just fine.
Okay. Yeah, because I had it. What state are you?
Florida.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm an hour ahead.
You're an hour ahead. Okay, so you're 11, your time zone.
Yeah.
Okay, well, then that works perfect.
Yeah.
And so, how is this? So, are we like filming? Say okay, start, or this is just whatever.
Oh
now?
No, we've already started recording. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't hold back from that part. The moment you load in, I start the recording. So.
Okay.
There's been a lot of funny things on here. People are like, "Are we recording already?" Yeah, we are.
It's like, oh shoot! I was like, yeah, I had it like literally. So let me tell you. So, last year I owed on my tax, right? Because I did last year. I filed half exempt and half non-exempt, right? So then I owed taxes. Well, then like that was in what 2020, right? So then 2021 rolled in. I did the same thing, half exempt, and then I went back like to for them to charge the taxes. Right?
Yeah.
Well, so apparently I thought I went back. I switched it for them to withdraw the taxes. Well, then apparently when I get my W-2 form, it's the tax withholding was only like under $3,000. So then I was like, crap, I'm gonna have to owe again this year. So then I went to my parents' guy instead of going to the one that I normally go to. I went to my parents' guy to see if he can give money, but he's like, I'm sorry, there's something that I can do. So my at the time said, you wait till the last minute to file your taxes. So I'm like, okay. So I wait. I think the deadline is the 15th or the 18th. And so I get there today. So I scheduled the appointment today because today I go in at 12, which would be 1 o'clock your time.
Yeah.
So then I went in. He's like, you have to pay it by the 18th. I was like, what do you mean I have to pay it by the 18th? He's like, yeah, you have to pay because I think I owe this year $2,500. And he's like, you have to pay by the 18th. I was like, no, you give me 6 months. He's like, no, they went back. I guess they switched it back. Because I think last year they extended it due to COVID.
Yeah.
But this year they switched it back to the normal date. I was like,
nice.
Dude, literally in 5 days.
Nice.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, well, my aunt was just not, I guess it wasn't in favor. But, you know, but other than that, but that was my day.
Nice. And it just started. What a way to start the day. Oh my God.
I knew I owed. I just didn't know that I had 5 days to owe it.
Yeah, that's crazy. And of course, like they change it and they don't tell anyone. So it's kind of, they like hit you with a surprise. Like, by the way, you know, that leeway you used to have. Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, because my aunt, the way my aunt explained it to me, she was like, if you wait till the last minute to file, that gives you more time to pay it versus if you pay it early, then you have in like a certain time frame. So I waited till the last minute to file taxes. Well, then it shoots me in the foot and says, no, I'm sorry, you have literally like 5 days. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, I know but like I said, they don't tell anyone that. They don't tell anyone that, oh, hey, by the way, that extended policy, we lifted that. It doesn't, they don't tell anyone that. You just walk in expecting it to be okay. And then they're like, no, it's not.
No, yeah, and then they're like, and he was like, "Well, I'm sure you can call the IRS and schedule like extend it, but then you're going to be costing like, extra money and stuff like that." I'm
Yeah,
like,
no. You don't want to. You don't want to deal with them. Deal with
"Yeah,
them as little as humanly possible. Like we do. Not to name drop, but we go to H&R Block, and they've always taken care of us. Like I've heard people have nightmare stories about them, and they're like, oh, they cost too much, but what they handle for the cost is, I won't go anywhere else because they handle everything. If there's a discrepancy with the IRS, if there's anything, they handle it.
yeah,
So we pay for all those extra friggin' things so we can just go home and not worry about it. Because I hate filing taxes so much. Oh
yeah."
my god, it's one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, and you know what? When I first started, I did go to H&R Block, and I would pay like, it may cost a little extra, but like you said, they handle everything. So
Yeah,
then I switched over with my boyfriend because it was a little bit cheaper, um, or I would say half the cost, I would say.
yeah.
But we were going with this guy for so many years, and this time around, I figured it's like, oh, I'll just go with my parents guy, and the guy's like, sorry, I'm not going to be able to help you. Here's your
Oh,
taxes. Have them back.
nice. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. Appreciate it.
So,
Yeah.
weather.
What's up?
How's the weather over there?
Well, let's see if I can flip the. Yeah, there you go. If I can flip this without it messing up. Oh yeah.
Oh,
So,
I
yeah,
love
this is our nice and sunny.
that. That's open land. That's pretty.
Oh yeah. Oh god, the wind is pulling my door. No, fatty, you're not going outside.
Yeah. Are
I
you
got
able?
cats.
I feel like my speakers, sometimes when I FaceTime my daughter, I always cover like the speaker because you know how like on the iPhones, the speaker
Yeah.
is like at the bottom. You can
Oh
hear
no,
me?
I can hear you just fine.
Okay. I was just making sure because I kind
Yeah.
of like lifted the phone. That way I'm not
Yeah.
hiding the speaker.
Yeah, I always put my sperm drops in because I do the same thing with like my pinky. I'll cover the speaker sometimes when you're holding the phone. So, yeah, I put my AirPods in. But yeah, no, it's fine. They'll be able to hear you. I can hear you just fine. You're good.
Oh, okay. Great.
Oh my god. Hey, stop eating leaves. Sorry, it's my cats.
Your cats. Oh
Cats meaning
my
multiple.
goodness, they're so
Yep.
pretty.
So
There's
that one's French fry.
French.
Yep.
Hey,
Meow, nothing. And then that one's meatball. This is our big original cat. He's our
and
fatty.
and how did y'all come up with the names?
I don't know. I think meatball was chosen because my wife is obsessed with that. It's a spicy meatball thing from The Mask, and then he acts like a meatball. So we just named him Meatball, and then we stuck with the food theme, and it just went from there. Like the next one in line from him is Nugget, and then
Nug-
we have French fry and we have milkshake. So it's all food based,
Oh, that is so cool.
right? We have too
Yeah,
many
I
cats.
think it was like a thing. Like if you have children, like my sisters, my parents kept all these. So we're like Veronica, Vanessa, Victoria, and Viana.
Yeah.
So I guess like mine was sick with the food.
I mean, look, especially when it comes to kids, you're gonna mess the names up anyway. So why not keep them as close together as possible? That way, when you do mess it up, it still sounds like the one you're trying to. Because I've got 4 different names. You know, we've got Taylor, Rihanna, Johnny, and Regina, and they don't sound like each other at all. So
No.
I'll be calling for Taylor, calling her Regina, and then I've got the wrong kid running down the hallway. So.
Oh, your daughter's also named Taylor. My daughter's too named Taylor.
Yeah, that's my oldest.
How old is your oldest?
Yep.
How old is she?
14.
14. Okay.
Oh yeah, that age.
Yeah, mine is 20, and then I have a 5-year-old too.
Yeah. Yeah. Ours are all pretty close. What are you doing? Ours are all pretty close together in age. Hey, excuse me. My wrist is not the leaf you're trying to attack, sir. Ow. Your claws are sharp.
Are those are you talking about the cats?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I would hope the kids wouldn't attack my hand like that. I do have dogs, but they're out back.
No, we have a dog. My sister this was our dog, but then I gave the dog to my sister.
Okay.
I'll show you him. He's so cute. I'll tell you about this dog, my Oreo. Here, look. Oreo. Say hi, Oreo.
Oh, your screen froze.
Oh, hold on.
Nope, there we go. I can see him moving again.
Did you see him or no?
No.
No? Okay, hold on.
Oh, there we go.
Say
Hello,
hi.
puppy.
His name is Oreo.
How old is he?
He's very old. He's probably like 12.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, he's a little older. But we had him when he was a puppy. And then when I got pregnant, my sister had another dog, but she passed away. But
Okay.
with him, he would go back and forth between me and my sister as if we had like custody rights with the dog.
That's cute.
So like one weekend he would go with her 7 days, and then I would have her 7, and then I would have him 7 days.
That's
but
cute.
Then like when he comes here, he had Dory, which is the other dog. They would play together, and when he would come to my house, he would be all depressed, didn't want to eat, stay underneath the table. So then at that point, I'm like, okay, we had to make a decision. Me and my boyfriend had to make a decision. It's like, he's happier with you. He's more, at the time we were working before COVID.
Yeah.
At least he would be entertained with the other dog, with Dory, while they were gone. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes you got to do what's best for them.
Yeah, it was kind of heartbreaking because when we dropped him off, I said bye, and he was looking out the window. He's at the door, at the glass door, and he's like as if, where are you going?
Yeah.
I was like, you're going to be here. That was very heartbreaking. But then like, I didn't come over here for a little bit just because he needed to get used to my sister. But now it's been many years now.
Yeah. Yeah. They adapt. Like with with ours, we got Clara first, and we got them from foster homes. Actually, the same one. Well, we got Clara first, and we had her for 2 weeks, and she was depressed as well because she went from a foster home full of dogs, where she played out back and out front every day with multiple dogs, and then came here to no dogs, just cats.
Yeah.
And cats and kids. So we felt the depression with her as well. She was trying to get used to it. And then we brought her to the dog park to sign the final paperwork with the home. And her foster sister happened to be at the park.
Oh, wow.
One of them anyway. Like the main one that she got along with, her name is Sky. So the moment Clara saw her, she lit up like a Christmas tree. And my wife and I looked at each other and we're like, I guess we're getting a second dog. Like we couldn't walk away with Clara knowing how she felt about Sky. We couldn't do it. We could not leave that park without the other dog. So we ended up with 2 dogs when we were only going to get 1. Yeah. And it was all based on her reaction. If we had brought her to that park and she didn't care, we wouldn't have 2 dogs. We'd have 1 dog. So it's amazing how things work out.
Yeah. You meant 1 and you got 2, like twins.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, basically. And then the cats, Meatball was got from my wife goes over to people's houses to clean their houses sometimes. She hasn't done it in a while, but she was on this kick where she liked going over and cleaning people's houses. Fine. Make a profession out of it. One of her friends had a litter of kittens she couldn't take care of. Meatball was one of them. So it was either take him or I've got to, bring him to the Humane Society, and they don't keep kittens for whatever
Yeah.
reason. They don't keep kittens. So she brought Meatball home. And then Nugget's actually my favorite story because they're all the cats in a way are rescues. Take him or he has to go to the Humane Society. That's a rescue. Nugget was born into a house where they really weren't prepared for cats. So it was a litter of 8 kittens, and
Oh,
they
wow.
were being fed off of one plate. So they developed a very early food aggression, having to fight for their way onto that. And I think Nugget was the smallest one or the nearest one. I'm not really sure. But my wife went over there with one of her friends and saw the condition and then grabbed Nugget and put him in her purse and left and brought
Without,
him home. She just got him.
oh,
Um, so he's here now. And the funny thing is like it was known. Like the moment my wife left, the person in the household called her friend and was like, "Did she just take one of the cats? She could have just asked." But yeah, she just put it in her purse and walked out. Saw the
like,
condition of it and just left. And he had unbelievable food aggression for like I think 2 months.
oh, wow.
And we actually had to pet him while he was eating because he would do that
Mm,
thing like when they're really pissed off. And I'd put food inside of a bowl for him, and he would pick the bowl up and run away with it, so that
oh,
no one could steal the food. Yeah, it was bad for about 2 months. Now he's spoiled lazy. He doesn't care anymore. And then Fry and Milkshake were actually rescued from a Burger King parking lot.
oh, wow.
Yeah, they were literally feral. Like they weren't born in a house and then brought here. They were born outside. They were literally feral. And we went and rescued Fry first and tried getting another one of his siblings at the same time, but the little bastard was too fast, so we couldn't get him. And
Yeah.
then because my wife works at Burger King, so she would look outside all the time when she took the trash out or just out the drive-through window. And apparently, one of the other siblings got run over by a car, and the mom wasn't always around. Yeah, that kind of thing. And then she spotted Milkshake, and we don't even know if he's part of the same litter. He looks way too different, but we don't know.
Yeah.
But she grabbed him. That one was actually a particular violent grab because he does not like her at all.
No, till this day.
It's a very slow. Like we've had him for a few months now, but however she had to capture him to bring him home,
Yeah.
was not a good one because he doesn't like her. It like I told her, animals imprint. So if it was a particular violent one just to save him off the street, that imprinted on him. That violent capture imprinted. So even though you were doing the right thing, he's always going to remember that
And
part.
his mind,
Yeah.
that's what the other owners did.
Yeah. So but it's coming along. It's coming along. Like my wife has developed little techniques to make him bond with her. Like
Yeah.
he'll be in my daughter's room sleeping on her bed, so my wife will slip in there and shut the door so he can't run out. And then it's like, well, we're doing this whether you want to or not. And then she'll walk up and he'll try to fight against it, and then he'll just, fine, like, and just let her pet him. So they do have their bonding moments, and he's coming around really, really, really slow. It's like watching paint dry, but he is coming around.
Yeah. I'm sure eventually he'll eventually love your wife. What's your
Well,
wife's
maybe Jenna.
Jenna?
Yeah, maybe.
How did y'all
I don't
meet?
know. Oh,
Oh, you're frozen. You're
oh,
frozen. I'm good now.
can you hear me though?
I
Okay.
can you.
Can you
You
hear?
kind of froze for a
Okay.
second.
I hope it was a really goofy face.
Oh, you're just like. Oh, you froze again.
I froze again. Awesome. I
What?
hope it's that face.
Dude, really?
Right? I hope it's that face. But I was born and raised in New Hampshire.
Mhm.
She was born and raised in New Jersey.
Oh, wow.
And one of her moments of moving up to New Hampshire, because I guess it was back and forth a few times, I ended up meeting her through a mutual friend.
Oh, wow.
And she was dating someone at the time, so nothing really happened. But everyone told me immediately that he was a prick, and I don't ever take people's words for things. I always
Yeah.
find out for myself. So when I met her and I saw him, I was like, yeah, okay. Um, but we were friends for 3 years before we even started dating. So I mean,
Oh,
we went off and just lived our lives and did our thing. So yeah, it was 3 years, and I think one of those years we didn't talk at all,
so
which
then how did
was
you, like, eventually get back, like
well.
c
I'll tell you, one of the girls I was, because I had been waiting for Jenna those entire 3 years. Like, she was the one that I knew I wanted to be with. So in the back of my mind, I was always like, okay, I'm just kind of biding my time. I've always been patient like that. Just wait. Sometimes things
yeah.
take years. You just got to take a back seat and wait. Can't rush everything. So a girl I was dating at the time made the mistake of telling me that Jenna left her boyfriend and was now single. I was like, oh, like in my mind, I'm thinking you shouldn't have told me that, because now I'm going to walk away from you. You should not have told me that. The girl that I want to be with is now single, and you made the mistake of telling me.
But did that girl know that
Yeah.
you
Yep.
gonna?
She
Well,
knew.
maybe she kind of like did a favor for you. You know what I mean? She didn't want to hold you back.
Probably. Probably. But yeah, she definitely knew. I think everyone in the damn neighborhood knew. Deep down,
Yeah.
they knew. Um, so then I ended up reaching out to her, but I reached, and I'll fully admit this, I reached out to her like a creepy stalker, because I didn't want to lose the window of opportunity to get a hold of her before something else happened, because this is a wonderful woman. She would not have stayed on the market for long.
Yeah.
So this was my chance. So I reached out to her everywhere that I could possibly think, texting, phone calls, Facebook, everywhere. And she comes back with a message and goes, dude, you need to chill. And with that kind of a response, I was like, all right, I think I fucked up. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna back off before it gets worse. And I guess she spoke to her mom, and her mother was like, if he's trying this hard, why don't you talk back? And then the moment she listened to her mom, and we were, it was nonstop. I think it was like, what, 8 9 hours a day, something like that. About
Wow.
8 or 9 hours a day, we were on the phone running up the damn phone bill, to the point where we were no longer allowed to use video chat because that part of the bill was at its max.
Oh,
Oh yeah, we ran
yeah.
it up
Back
like
then,
all the
18.
way.
I know
Yeah,
back then for AT&T, if you did FaceTime, they charge you per minute. Like
yep,
they give you those seconds, and after that, I
yep.
remember the bill was like $500. My mom stopped using that.
Oh yeah, we ran it all the way up on both sides. So, and it was in a couple of days. Like, it wasn't in the span of a 30-day and then you have to pay the monthly bill. No, it was within like 4 days. We ran that bill completely out. So, the I guess because her mom lives over in the UK, so
Okay.
that's how we were able to communicate. But they're 5 hours ahead, so I was staying up till 1 2 in the morning to talk to her, even though I had to work that morning. I didn't care. Um, and then I'm dating another girl, because, like I said, our lives didn't stop.
Yeah.
So I was dating the one girl who made the mistake of telling me that Jenna was single, and then the moment that I reached out to her to the moment this back and forth on the phone started happening was a few weeks to a couple of months. I mean, it was a good time span. Um,
Yeah, because you didn't know at the time where it
yeah,
was gonna.
exactly.
Y'all were just
So
time.
and I mean, I was a hussy. I didn't give a shit. I had come off of my first marriage. It didn't really end in a disaster. It just ended.
Yeah.
And then she with a mutual agreement split the scene, so I had all the kids. So there were a lot of those moments where I was like, hey, I'm leaving. I'd end up going out to the bar, and because I'm not the best looking thing here, but somehow I would always meet someone, and I don't know how. I
Well,
walk
maybe
up to the bar.
personality.
I don't know. I'd walk up to the bar and say, hey, what's your name? And all of a sudden I'm going home with her. Like, I don't know. I still don't know to this day. I have no idea. So one of these encounters ended up becoming a long-winded one-night stand. At least that's how I pictured it. And then like the term dating came out, and I don't think we were both fully in agreement there. So it was a very rocky thing.
Yeah.
But it could have sparked into something. Jenna sees pictures of us up on Facebook and calls
It's
me
jealous.
and calls me, and she
What
said,
are you
hey,
doing with that girl?
oh no. She calls me and I'm like, hello, because I knew it was her. So I was like, hey, what's up? And she goes, when are you gonna get rid of your girlfriend? I'm like, all right. I was like, well, do you want to replace her? Like, that was like, I kind of knew where this was going, but
Yeah.
I wanted to be sure. And I was like, why? Do you want to replace her? And she goes, maybe. I was like, listen, if I'm gonna call this girl and break her heart, it better be more than a fucking maybe.
Yeah.
Because the moment you say yes, I'm like, and she goes, yeah. I was like, okay, fine, hang on. I was like, all right, hang on a minute, I'll call you back. So I called the girl and I was like, look, it ain't gonna work out. Like, I got the one I want to be with on the other line. So it
Oh,
was fun
I
while
was
it
devastated
lasted. Yeah.
for the other girl.
Yeah. Like, I literally,
But breakups are hard.
yeah. I mean, for me at that time, it wasn't difficult at all
Yeah.
because the one I wanted to be with was just the other line. Like,
Yeah.
literally, like, click over, hey, I'm back, Um, and I don't think it was difficult for her either, because like I said, we hadn't really solidified anything, but it was kind of that slap in the face, like, hey, sorry about you, it was fun. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, then she moved up from Jersey, and everything happened. Everything happened fast. I had already waited for her for a while, so everything happened fucking quick, 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 quick.
So
When
if y'all
she,
came from different states, then how did y'all get to Florida?
she moved up to New Hampshire with me,
Okay.
and we stayed there reluctantly for 4 more years, or I did, or actually she did as well. Like, when yeah, like, she moved up and loved the mountains, so we stayed, even though I wanted to move, but it's okay.
Yeah.
After the first year, she was like, okay, I want to move now. I was like, well, we can't now. We're kind of fucked. And we were that first year. It was a very bad first year. Her and I have gone through a lot of difficult shit, which is how I know we've been married for 10 years. So
Yeah.
that's how I know it's a lifelong thing, because right at the very beginning it was difficult. It wasn't easy. It was right at the very beginning, it was like being hit by a brick wall every single day. And that didn't really stop until we left New Hampshire. So it was just 4 straight years of a couple of months were good, and then bam, a couple of months were good, and then bam. Um, and then our first 6 months here in Florida were also like the state was testing whether or not we deserved to be here. It was
Oh
fucking,
wow.
it was so bad. It was so bad. Um,
What did
but
they do?
how we moved here
But I
was
mean, if Florida like says you are you good enough to live here? Like
no.
how?
I'm kind of talking like the cosmos, not the
Oh,
actual state. Because the first 6 months we were here, we were robbed.
oh,
We were tossed out on the street twice in a 9-day period. We had to live in our Jeep Commander in the Walmart parking lot for like 10 days.
oh wow.
And then we were in a hotel room slash homeless shelter for the family to be together for 7 weeks. And then when we finally landed a house to rent, just kind of like on a whim, um, we got the electricity on, we got rid of all the bugs that were in the house, we got everything settled, and then Irma hit.
Oh
So
wow.
yeah, that was the first 6 months of us being here. Literally, like, all of that back and forth. Um, when we were in the when we were in that hotel room shelter and I was working, I was walking to work. She was either dropping me off or I was walking because she needed the car. And I
Yeah.
mean, it was an extensive trip.
Yeah.
So it wasn't always easy. It actually, yeah, it hasn't been. I think these last couple of years have been the easiest that we've had the entire time. So out of the 10 years that her and I have been together, maybe 3 of them have been so good that they've been boring because her and I are used to just shit hitting the fan all the time. So now we're constantly looking over our shoulders and like it's been so good that it's been boring.
It's like, what's the next?
Exactly.
Or just
Exactly.
wait.
It's been so good that the boring is set in and we're going, where's the next thing that's gonna bite us in the ass? Like where is it? What's happening here? So when we are able to last year was our biggest year.
Yeah.
We finally went on our honeymoon. Um the kids are reaching the age now where we're able to actually leave the house without them. It's like I don't know what the hell's going on, but apparently all of that bad is now leading to good and I'm terrified. I'm terrified because I do believe in the balance.
Yeah.
You know, if you have
You'll
too
be
much good,
used to being at home that you forgot what your social life as an adult, like, okay, what now that my kids are growing up, what do I do as an adult? What do I do as a
yeah,
person? I was
yeah.
always carrying these. Now they're grown up. You
Well,
forget about when you forget about dating.
yeah, well, that and not only just the kids, but you know, financially, we were always strapped, and there was one bullshit scenario after another, which made it so we really couldn't responsibly or even irresponsibly go anywhere.
Yeah.
We could not justify saying we're going to go have fun now, even though this blanket of crap, you know, was lingering. We couldn't do it. So, like I said, these last 3 years, even with COVID striking, it was one of the best years that we have had.
Well, that's
And
good.
that's horrible to say because it was not a good year for a lot of people. But even with COVID striking, we were like, all right, cool. There's less people out there. Let's go have some fun. Like, because Jenna and I are not people persons. We're not really
Yeah.
people-y.
I'm surprised you would say that with you being on a YouTube, like you being like you do YouTube.
Yeah, but that's common. It's like
Yeah.
talk to if you were to actually meet face to face with a YouTuber that was that did this kind of stuff and they were famous for doing it. If you ask them, do you actually enjoy going out to meet people when you're not working? They'll say no.
Oh,
9 out
okay.
of 10 times they'll say no because this is their job. Like comedians, no, man, they want to get up on stage, they want to tell their jokes, they want to hear the laughs, they want to get their paycheck, they want to go home and be left alone. So
Yeah.
it's the people that entertain that are the ones that ironically don't like people. It's so weird. Like I have friends, you know,
Yeah.
I have friends, I have them come over to the house, I enjoy doing this, I get to meet cool people like you and all the other ones that I've had on here. But if I have too many people in my house, I'm immediately uncomfortable.
Yeah.
If I know that I've got to go grocery shopping, I don't want to be seen or heard in that store. Just leave me
Yeah.
alone. Let me gather my stuff and get the hell out of here. Um, Concerts are the worst for me. I love concerts because I love loud music and I love live bands and I love going there with my wife. It's everybody else. I just kind of wish it was us. Just us two standing and rocking out to the band and none of these other people. Um, but I mean, I don't seclude or cage myself. I get over it. I just
Yeah.
go. I mean, I bitch about it on the inside, but I go anyway.
Yeah. Is your wife there?
Yeah, she's here. Yeah, she's in the bedroom. She's
Oh,
listening to all my crap. So
oh, I was gonna say I want to say hi to her. Does she normally come on your podcast or
she
no?
she has. I forced her to
She-
come on before. Yeah, I forced her to come on here before. She doesn't like it, but I force her to.
It is it.
Just flash me on there. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hang on. Yeah, she couldn't hear you. She didn't have the AirPod in.
Oh, she doesn't.
She's trying to take a nap.
She's like, leave me alone.
Oh yeah, no, I knew that was gonna happen too.
Yeah.
The moment I walked in with the phone, she was like, "Oh God, this again?" Like I
Yeah.
knew. I already knew, but I did it anyway. Love you. Well, that's the face. Oh my God, I live for that face.
She's probably gonna get off after you get off. She's like, "Why did you do that? I have no bra on."
Well, no, I made sure that I positioned the camera just to the face. So
Yeah.
I'm. What kind? A hand towel or an actual towel? What'd you do? Spill something? Good job. All right, I'll get it. Okay. You want one of our towels or their towels? For coffee. How dare you spill coffee? What is wrong with you?
Who spilled coffee? The cat?
No, she spilled it.
Oh, she spilled.
Because she has this bad habit of falling asleep with a cup of coffee in her hand.
Oh my goodness.
Poor decision making and being tired. Yes, yeah, that works. We'll do that. Because she gets the grandpa syndrome a lot. So.
Well,
oh, hello.
That's my sister. She colored her hair. She went. We were all blonde at all one point, and then we decided to go back to brown.
Nice.
Yeah.
The only one left is your hair one. Yeah.
Is what?
Oh, her towel. She needed a second towel. How big of a mess did you make?
I know. I was like, she needs 2 towels.
All right. I'll change the bed later. Is that going to go through to the cover? Do I have to strip the whole bed and wash it? It's coffee. That'll stain more. Okay. If you say so. I'll wash it.
Yeah. How did she fall asleep with the coffee? Normally, like, if you feel like you're drowsy, you just kind of like put it down, right?
No. No, she gets that grandpa syndrome.
Oh.
She just, like, she's got everything in her hand and then just drifts.
Oh, then she must not get enough sleep.
No, she sleeps a lot. She's diabetic and works hard. So yeah, she's diabetic. She works hard. She sleeps a lot.
That makes sense.
You don't really? Well, that's no one's fault but yours.
I love that little thing, that vegetable where you put the vegetables.
Oh, that thing?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Reminds
We
Aw.
yeah, we have to put our sponges up there, and we got to put our bread here because Meatball, the fat cat, he's got a addiction to the sugar and bread. So if we don't put it in this basket, he'll eat it.
And then bread.
Yeah.
I guess everything's different, right?
Yeah, I don't know what it is. He's literally addicted to the sugars in it, but it'll make him diabetic, so we have to stop him.
Yeah. Did you know? Do you eat McDonald's?
Do I eat McDonald's?
Yeah.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. So, I was at McDonald's yesterday, and they had like this veggie plant burger. Does Florida have a plant burger?
Probably. I wouldn't know.
Because I Googled it, and they said that in November, Texas, Dallas-Fort Worth area, and California were the ones to test it to see if sell. So I don't know if it's all over the United States.
Yeah, no, I have no idea. What do
Well,
they
I
mean by a plant burger though?
yeah, it's a plant. It's like a veggie burger for
Oh,
the
okay.
ones. Yeah, it's like I wanted to see what it tastes like, just because sometimes like my stomach feels over bloated. And so I was like, well, let me try this plant burger. And I tasted it, and it's not bad at all. It actually tastes like a quarter pounder.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so I mean, you can kind of slightly tell the difference between the meat patty, because it's like beans and like whatever a veggie burger puts in, whatever they put in their burgers. But
Yeah.
it's really good. Would I get it again? Yes, I would get it again.
Yeah. I'm not a big vegetable person, so I don't know if I would ever try it, to be honest. I'm a spicy food kind of person.
Oh, like the spicy
And
chicken sandwiches?
oh my god, yes. Yes. Spicy. And I pay for it. I mean, I'm getting to that age where I pay for it. My stomach hurts like hell when I wake up in the morning. But I don't care, man. I do not care. I was like, it's well worth the pain. I eat
Yeah.
spicy everything. Everything is spicy. And if it's not spicy, I make it spicy. I pour Frank's hot sauce on it. Like it's very, very rare that I eat anything that isn't hot. Like this
Do
right
you
here.
have
This
a
is
hemorrhoid?
no, like this is chicken with Frank's hot sauce on it. That did not come with Frank's.
Oh, Jesus.
It was just chicken.
You're still eating?
Oh no, I didn't even start.
Oh, well, remember when we talked earlier, and you
Yeah,
said
no,
you were
I
going
I made the food and then I set it down and made the phone call.
to. Oh.
I'm a procrastinator.
I was like, okay, I give you like 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I even picked
no, that
back.
was enough for me to. My daughter is sick, so I had to give her medicine, and then I
Oh.
made the food, and that was about as far as I got. So
Aw.
I made the call.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, I
I
get.
was gonna say if you had hemorrhoids, that hot sauce would not go very well with your hemorrhoids
Yeah,
when
no,
you
no, I
poop
don't.
it out.
Yeah, no, I don't.
Well, the
Thankfully, I
reason
don't.
I say that is because my boyfriend has hemorrhoids, and he loves to eat hot stuff, just like you. Everything is hot. Go to Chick-fil-A, he gets the hot stuff, the buffalo sauce and everything. He
Yeah.
pays for it later, and his poop is all bloody. But
It's, you know what? It's no pain, no gain, that kind of thing. We're not gonna go to the gym, so we're gonna have our bodies pay for it somehow.
yeah,
Oh my god, I don't know where the kick started, to be honest, because I can't even recall how long it's been going on. Like I don't know if when I was up north in New Hampshire I was already eating spicy food.
you can't remember.
I can't remember when it started. I do know the entire 5 years we've been in Florida, it's been all hot. Hot, 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 hot. If it's not hot,
You
I
don't
make it
remember when
hot.
you were younger, like in your teenage years, like if your parents made hot food?
My parents didn't make hot food.
No?
No, like the hottest our family ever got was like pepper. We didn't do hot food. So I think that might be part of my curiosity to try hot shit was the fact that I didn't grow up eating it. So like someone, I went out to eat or someone else went out to eat and they were like, "Hey, try this jalapeno," and I just shove it down my throat. And of
And
course,
actual, yeah.
yeah, an actual
Oh,
jalapeno.
hell. No.
And I would like the whole damn thing, not the lemon peppers that are masqueraded, for jalapenos, but an actual jalapeno. I would shove the whole damn thing down in there, take the stem out, and
Oh, goodness.
I would
Was that,
I would oh yeah, I would sweat and it would hurt, especially the first time. It's kind of like taking your first shot of tequila. You know what I mean? Like it's gonna hurt. You don't know what to expect. But I didn't shy away from it. I was like, "Give me more." I'm sweating and my mouth's on fire. I'm like, "Give me more. Come on, let's go." Um, but I don't know where the addiction to it started. Like I'll gladly put that word on it. When it
yeah.
comes to hot sauce, it's an addiction because my mouth will crave it. You know, like your body craves sugar.
Yeah, like you start getting your,
Yeah, yeah, like your
like,
body will crave sugar. You'll crave something sweet. I get that same thing with hot.
now you're making me think like when I think of a lemon, like the lemon juice, your glands start getting
Yep.
sour.
Yep. Yep. Sour is another one.
Yeah.
Yep. No matter how much you eat, you're like, I need this or I need that. Yeah, that's how it is with that.
Yeah.
So
No,
I'll smell something hot and my mouth will water. Like, all right, guess I'm hungry.
okay, so talking about hot. So I think it was last weekend we went to, do you guys have a Pluckers over there in Florida?
I don't think so.
No? Okay. It's kind of like wings. They sell wings. It's like
Yeah.
a sport bar, but they sell wings. So my boyfriend had like the hot wings, and me and my son eat lemon pepper. Well, instead of they're two different flavors, right? You got the hot and lemon pepper. They're opposite. Well, tell me why they put it on the same tray. On top of that, put the carrot sticks on top. So then when the food came out, guess what happened to the lemon pepper? The juice soaked into the lemon pepper. So then our son ate like the top part, but we had to order like more wings for him because it was just too hot. I ended up eating the ones that the juice got soaked into the lemon pepper. I was like sweaty, like nose running, sweating, crying, and my daughter Taylor was sitting next to me, and she's like, "Mom, you're sweating." I was like, "I don't like hot food. This is why I don't
Right?
like spicy. You sweat."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Jenna. I mean, like, my wife can eat normal food, which kudos to her. I don't know. I like to take the claim that I ruined her and got her into spicy hot food, but I don't think it was me. I think it was just she smelled something that I had ordered that was good and tried it and liked it. I don't think it was my fault. I like to take the blame for it though. Because like there was
Yeah.
one moment her and I went out to eat and we got the appetizers and they said, do you want them mild, hot, or barbecue? We said hot. Bring them out hot. So they bring that plate out, and the moment they set it on the table, your eyes are watering.
Oh,
And
hell no.
her and I just both went, like her and I both ate them like savages. We didn't stop.
Of course you eat them like savages, because the moment that you stop the hotness, you start concentrating on the hot.
Yeah, no, I eat until my mouth is numb. Like I can't. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Sometimes, literally, sometimes it's just the flavor. Like this Frank's hot sauce. And this is probably gonna sound gross to some people, but when I make these chicken sandwiches, I do mayo and then I do the Frank's hot sauce, which cancel each other out. So all that's left in here is a little bit of the spice and the flavor of the Frank's. It's not hot at all.
So you
And
can't even taste.
no, can't even taste the hot because it's so mild down because of the mayonnaise.
Okay.
They cancel each other out. But I don't care. Like I don't go and add more Frank's. I'll eat it this way because I could still taste the Frank's, which is kind of tricking my mouth into going, oh my God, no, it's not the food at all. Sometimes I actually do enjoy not sweating when I eat.
Yeah.
But 9 out of 10 times, man, if the drops aren't on the back of my neck, you got to make it hotter. You got to make it hotter.
No, see that I'm the complete opposite. I don't like hot. And then you get cold once you're sweating. Then you get cold.
It's all right. Just bring a long sleeve with you. You'll be all right.
I don't think the long sleeve will keep it because you're just sweating, and then this cold comes.
I know. When they deliver hot food to your table, they should give you a towel. I don't know why they don't. They should come free with towels. Like, here, take this.
Yeah. That's too funny.
Oh,
so what's your plans for today?
Nothing.
Nothing?
No, nothing. I normally I'm by myself, and I'm not. So, like, I have 3 days off a week usually. I do all of my workload in 4 days, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So my first day is usually Tuesday. That's my first day off, and I quite literally do nothing. Like I wake up late, I put the dogs out late, I feed the cats late. All the kids are in school. But by the time I get around to doing anything, like the bus is pulling up and the kids are coming home. And then Wednesday is when I'll actually start doing things. But like my daughter's homesick. My wife came home from work early. So
Yeah.
now my I don't know. I want to be with them. So my
Yeah.
motivation to focus on other shit is pretty much gone. Like this isn't really taking up my time because right in the next room is where they both are. Clearly, I
Yeah.
took the phone with me. So I mean, this really isn't distracting me at all.
Yeah. Kind of because I work from home too, but
Yeah.
I work. Well, I live like 30 minutes away, so and I don't think there should be any traffic on the way going home. But I work from home, so I
Yeah.
get it. Kids and your spouse are in the other room, so it's not like you're away and you can't be there. You know what I mean? Like you could just say,
Yeah.
"Hey, your wife needs like she spilled the coffee. Here's your
Yeah.
towel."
Right. Exactly. Like just go on a quick break and grab the towel.
Yeah.
Without disclosing too much, what do you do?
I work for a auto finance company.
Oh, okay, cool.
Hmm.
I've dealt with a couple of those before. So what's your role?
So I used to be assigned repo cars,
Ooh.
the customers that don't pay. Then
Mhm.
I work or I search for their cars to get it repoed and then report it to the repo agent. I did that for many, many years. And then our company, we bought another company it's another company that we're slowly transitioning to, of course,
Yeah.
but these loans that we still have to service, but eventually those loans will mature. And as the loans are getting smaller and smaller because the loans are matured, then they're transitioning little by little to the newer company.
Okay.
So like I no longer do repo cars. I now just do a regular collections job where it's like accounts that are 41 days past due to like 84 days late. So
Okay.
I
I mean,
call
you
people
call and say, "Hey,
like,
you
oh,
owe
hey,
this."
you're past due.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
Do
I
they
do.
give you that script where it's like, "Hey, smile through this," even though they're going to be yelling at you? Do they give you that kind of thing? Like, "Hi, this is me. This is what you owe," when you got to be all smiley and kind
Um,
about it?
there's like a script. It's just I think the knowledge more like you just call and say, hey, so and so, I'm calling in regards to your Mazda. You're 3 behind February, March, and April. Your balance is $1,200. Can you pay that today? No, I can't
Yeah.
pay it. There's some people that are rude. I do have one customer that's just every time I hear his voice, I already automatically know who he is just because he's not very nice. He's not
Yeah.
a very nice person. And he doesn't
Fair enough.
even talk. So it's just like he just yells at you and cusses at you, and you're just like, okay, well, have a great day. And you
Right?
just kind of those customers. You try to communicate with him in regards to the loan, but at a certain point, you're just like, he's just verbally just verbally um not treating you correctly. So you just kind of just like, okay, well, have a great day. We'll just call you back another day.
Yeah. Yeah, I
You know?
got you eventually cuz like it's eventually on your end it's not going to be a phone call. It's just you're going to have someone else handle it. I mean, I know
Yeah.
where those go. Eventually like the collections thing is going to stop and just you're going to transfer it to somebody else and they're going to handle it. Which is usually like a face-to-face thing.
Yeah, we've done it a few times to where we'll transfer it to a manager because he wanted to talk to a manager, and um, that he talked to the manager and he didn't even let the manager talk. He just like
Yeah.
he's like, can you get one word? So
Yeah.
you have those customers, you have the nice customers, you do have customers that cry. So like they're
Yeah.
kind of they're I forgot what my director told us that we're like counselors.
Yes. Yeah, the Sally sob stories. Yes.
Yeah, I was like, dude,
Yep, yep, yep.
just tell me when you're gonna pay. I don't want to hear your sob story because you hear
Right?
the
Like
same scenarios. Why they're running behind on their car notes. So
yeah.
I have One customer say the reason they fell behind is because gas prices went up. It's like, dude, gas prices just went up like a month ago or
Yeah.
2 months. You're like 4 payments behind. That's literally,
Yeah.
can't blame
That
it.
makes no sense whatsoever. That is literally my dog ate my homework kind of excuse.
Yeah,
And you
exactly.
don't even have a dog. Like, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I've heard.
I'll pay you in May. No, in May your car can be repoed. Your car, there's what happens in May. You're gonna something else comes up, like, and then
Yeah.
May comes up. I can't pay this because this came up. And then it's like you need to at least pay something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. And then you're brought back to the world of repos. Only this time you're not just searching and sending it. Now you're like on the phone going, hey, you're gonna be repoed next month, and then you've got to transfer to the department you used to work for so
Yeah,
they can locate the car. So it's kind of
exactly.
like just revisiting the past. That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, mine's
Exactly.
literally a call center. So I never know what kind of call I'm gonna take or who it's gonna be for.
Oh wow.
I mean, it keeps things interesting, but you never know. You like
Yeah.
I haven't had a whole lot of difficult callers, the ones that are angry and screaming fresh out the gate, but you get them.
Yeah.
And the problem with my position is that I have to pretend that I work for the company that they are yelling at so that I can collect and take a proper message. But then they start asking all of these questions, and I'm like, I really I do not know the answer to these questions because I don't actually work there. But I can't tell them that unless they ask me what my position is. Then I can reveal it.
Yeah.
So it's really weird how they grade the calls. Like if you immediately fresh out of the gate say, "No, I'm the message center. I don't actually work for them." They take it as you're trying to avoid the phone call, which I
Yeah.
get, because anybody would if they could. Anybody, the moment the person answered the phone, they'd be like, no, I'm with the message center. I'm just going to gather your information. I'm going to send it off to the company. I don't actually work for them. Anyone would do that if they could, because
Yeah.
then your responsibility to anything is gone. You
Yeah.
take their name, their number, their message, and it's gone. So to keep things professional and to get everything that we need to get for the client, we have to just kind of like pretend we work for the company. So I've gotten really interesting stories and questions because it's all over the place, like auto, doctor, lawyers. I mean, anything that
Oh,
you
so
can
you
think of.
just do a lot of other like
Yeah.
all.
Oh yeah. Hair salon, nail salons. I mean, anything you can think of. Anything you can. Any company that that needs a hand gathering their messages because their phones are going off the hook. That's what we do.
Oh
Um,
wow.
yeah. So some of them can be really interesting, especially the lawyer ones. Because they're calling, they're like, hey, I need to speak to a lawyer. And like, I don't answer the phone saying, hi, I'm an attorney, because that would be stupid.
Yeah.
I say, hey, you're calling so and so, what can I do for you? And oh, I need an attorney. And like, and you got, and they give you a script so that you don't go too off base and start asking questions you shouldn't or trying to answer shit you shouldn't. They give you a script to follow. But sometimes you've got to go off the script because they'll throw something at you that you're
Yeah.
just not ready for. And they start asking all of these questions. And so off script, I'm like, listen, I do apologize, but I'm not an attorney. I can't give you this legal advice. So let me gather your information. I'll jot down your questions. I'll take a few details and then I'll get it to the legal team because that's not